Have you ever felt paralyzed by fear? Fear that your child might fail in school and you don't know how to help. Fear of driving, the traffic, the accidents, the pressure. Fear that your relationship is falling apart and you might end up alone. Fear that the rent is due and the money just isn't there. Fear that your body is breaking down, even when the test results haven't come. We fear sickness, even when the pain is not there. We overthink symptoms until we convince ourselves we're dying. We fear death so much, we mentally attend our own funeral long before anything has happened. And then we pretend everything's fine. We smile, we carry on, but deep down, we're breaking. If you've ever felt this, hear this now. Be not afraid, for the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Let's talk about how to face our fears, not with cliches, but with faith, with courage, and with clarity. Let's dive into the truth behind the words. Do not be afraid. Fear is one of the most primal emotions we experience. It's meant to protect us, but too often it paralyzes us. You fear applying for that job because you might be rejected. You fear opening up your heart because someone might hurt you. You fear stepping out in faith because what if God doesn't show up? Fear feeds on what ifs, but faith feeds on what is. And here's the truth. God did not give you that fear. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So if God didn't give you fear, why are you still holding on to it? Did you know do not be afraid appears in the Bible 365 times? That's one for every single day of the year. Coincidence? I don't think so. When God spoke to Moses, he said, "Do not be afraid, I will be with you." When the angel appeared to Mary, "Do not be afraid, Mary, you have found favor with God." When Jesus walked on water and the disciples were terrified, he said, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." God isn't asking us to fake being fearless. He is asking us to trust Him more than we trust our fear. Let me tell you about a young man. No money, no confidence, just a dream to become a speaker. Every time he tried to talk, he stumbled. People laughed. They told him, "You'll never make it." But he didn't stop. He kept showing up. That man is Les Brown, one of the most powerful motivational speakers alive. And he says, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. What if he gave up? What if you give up? And then there's Jiang. He feared rejection so much, he challenged himself to get rejected every day for 100 days. Wild requests, asking strangers for $100, asking for donuts in the shape of Olympic rings. And guess what? Most people said yes. He discovered something life-changing. Fear loses power the moment you face it. Because here's the secret. Fear makes your world smaller. It keeps you in the boat, while Jesus is calling you to walk on water. You hear voices. You'll never make it. You're too old. You're too broken. That's not the voice of God. God's voice says, be strong, be courageous. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. So how do we fight back? Step 1, name your fear. Call it out. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid I'll never recover. Because what you name, you can face, and what you face can be healed. Step 2, shift your focus. Don't magnify the fear, magnify your God. I sought the Lord, and He answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Step 3, take one step anyway, not when you're ready, not when you feel brave. Now, do it scared, do it shaking, but do it. You're not alone. Remember the disciples in the storm, the waves crashing, the wind howling. Jesus was asleep. But when they cried out, He stood up, calmed the wind, and said, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" Sometimes the storm is inside you, and even there, Jesus says, "Be peace, be still." Fear tells you who you're not. God reminds you who you are. You are a child of the Most High God, fearfully and wonderfully made, more than a conqueror, not by your strength, but His, and He has never lost a battle. So let go. Take that step. Walk with God. Now breathe with me. Deep in, out slow. Say this in your heart. Lord, I am afraid, but I choose faith over fear. I trust you. I surrender. I will not be afraid because I am not alone. Fear may knock. It may whisper. It may linger. But you don't have to open the door. You don't have to follow its voice. You don't have to live in its shadow. You were born to walk in light, to stand in truth, to live with boldness. So today, whatever you're facing, whisper this: I will not be afraid. My God is with me, and that is enough. Have you ever just sat in your car right before work and you didn't even start the engine? You just breathed? Because the day felt too heavy before it even began. The weight of responsibility, the pressure to perform, the constant voice in your head saying, you have to hold it together. But you're tired, you're stretched thin, and some days it feels like you're the one breaking. You fear being a bad parent. You fear losing your job. You fear time is running out, and you're still not where you thought you'd be. You feel that you're missing your calling, that maybe you're just surviving, not living. But hear this, that fear is not your final story. God sees what others don't. He sees your silent prayers. He sees your hidden effort. He sees the way you keep going, even when it feels like no one notices. And He says, be not afraid, I am with you. He's already in your tomorrow. He's already in the solution. He's already in the breakthrough. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You're not forgotten. Your life is still unfolding under the hand of a faithful God. So, take the next step, even if it's small, even if it's scary, even if your knees are trembling. God is already holding what you can't, and He will never drop what you place in His hands. Say this in your heart: I may not know what's next, but I trust the one who does. Do not be afraid. Now, let's not just talk about fear. Let's speak back to it. Say this with me, like you mean it, with your heart wide open, with your voice full of faith. I will not be afraid. I will not be shaken. I may be struggling, but I am still standing. I am loved. I am covered. I am guided. I am held. God is my strength. God is my peace. God is my provider. God is my healer. Say it again. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Even when fear rises, even when the night gets long, even when my heart feels heavy, I will remember who I belong to. Fear, you've had your time, but I'm done living by your script. From this moment on, I speak life over my thoughts. I speak peace over my body. I speak hope over my future. And every time fear tries to return, I will answer with faith. Say it with me one last time. Do not be afraid. My God is with me, and that is enough. Thank you for listening. If this message reached your heart, share it. Send it to someone who's battling fear today, and remember, you are not alone. You are not forgotten, and you are stronger than your fear. God bless you.